Hey, Matt.
Hello.
¿Cómo estás?
Hola.
Hola, mi amigos. Welcome to the Spanish. No, we can't do. I couldn't.
Yeah, I
We'd get about to the intro, and then there'd be nothing. There'd be dead air for the rest of the time. Get out of here. Origin notifications. Anyway, what are we doing?
it's the Gamers 2 podcast
It's a me.
for the week of December 14th. 14teen.
14 indeed.
I wanted to say 13th. I don't know why.
That was yesterday.
I don't know what day it is.
It's still the week of that, I guess.
true. True story.
So
It is the true truth.
It speaks the true. That's Cloud Atlas. That's a Funhouse joke. What have you been doing since the last time that we graced each other's presence?
It's the week of anime.
It's the week of anime.
Not really. I mean, I've just added. I'm watching. Like, it's getting ridiculous.
Do you just keep adding one new anime a week?
2 this week? I had 2 this week.
all right. Well, fucking kill me.
Tell
me they're good titles.
I'll run through the list.
All right.
So we got Goblin Slayer.
Okay,
Which that's
right.
that's slow decline right now. It's
Slow
not
decline in quality or just
quality.
Like okay.
I feel like it might get axed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started strong and just
It did start strong.
Burned out.
It is burning out currently. We'll see. The last episode ended with an interesting.
what a twist.
Yeah. Kind of. You assumed it was coming.
Shyamalan level or no?
No, you assumed it was
they
coming.
Were
So
in the village the whole time.
he's a Goblin Slayer, and every episode, they make a point to show that he checks the fence around his little homestead. that he lives
Yes,
at.
the good old Iron Fortress method.
Yeah, he's checking, to make sure there's not goblins around. And every day he does it, no big deal. And the last episode it ended. We're like 8 episodes in, or the last episode it ended with him seeing all these little footprints of goblins outside his
Oh,
homestead.
we've got to slice some stuff then.
Yeah, because he's protecting, the lady with the big boobs that
Yes.
obviously lives with him, because that's the thing.
That's anime.
Yep.
That's also a really weird emphasis on the way I said anime, but anyway.
Anime. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai,
Yes.
which I just call Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds more like a TV show. The other one just sounds hysterical to me and is so Asian. I love it.
Yes, it's actually really good. And if you sat down and watched it, you probably enjoyed the humor in it.
Is this going to be another one you make me watch?
No, I won't make you watch anything
You've
I've given up after One Punch Man. You watched it, but you weren't as thrilled about it as I was hoping you were. So
I liked Iron Fortress.
Iron Fortress, yeah, which is weird to me. Like, I see, that's the weird thing. I
think you're selling me low on One Punch Man. I enjoyed One Punch Man. I just don't think I gave you the reaction you wanted.
Well, probably, but
it was enjoyable. I'm ready to see season 2 when they actually release it.
it's very soon.
Yeah, so I'm ready to watch that with you.
I expected you to like One Punch Man. Iron Fortress was kind of a left field one for me. I was like, if he likes this is weird.
I enjoyed it. I still have the theme song stuck in my head just because there's that crescendoing moment every time, and
it's good. It's definitely good. I just didn't anticipate that you'd like it.
I think I also liked it because there was just the one season. Like if you probably got me in on like the base level of these where it's just one season.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
That's the thing with like watching like One Piece or something right now is like, oh, there's 1,300 episodes. Good luck. And I'm like, I don't have time to binge stuff like that. I just don't.
I'm of the same mind, actually. So, like, every anime I've watched is only one season. There's only, like, 2 or 3.
Or at least I either have to get in at season 1 or at, like, most season 3.
Yeah.
Because that's, like, a bingeable time. Mm-hmm. But any longer than that, I'm like, I just don't have time.
Sword Art Online is the one that's multiple seasons.
Yeah.
So, like, I think we're on.
But haven't you also watched that before or parts of it? But so you're not getting me to watch that one. You're not getting me to watch Gundam. You're not getting me anyway.
Well,
anyway,
I wouldn't want you to watch Sword Art because Sword Art's like the cheesy anime.
Oh yeah, you don't want me to do that.
It's and Gundam is to a certain degree too. There's certain Gundam because. All right, we won't get
we don't need to. It's an anime podcast.
Yeah.
We haven't made that one yet.
We could do a whole podcast on Gundam. That is a shit show.
Can you imagine all the green screen backgrounds we could have?
Boner.
We can't put that in YouTube. We're gonna get flagged if we put boners in green screens.
Gundams with boners on green screen.
Rule 34: Gundams.
That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Ah, yes, I remember that from last time.
Yep. Now the new ones.
Here we go.
Run with the Wind.
Ah, I like it because I've never heard something very similar to that before.
It's about running.
Would one say that they were Gone with the Wind? Is it banned?
So, did you ever end up watching the volleyball anime at all?
No, that was one that we couldn't really find it on a streaming service, and then I think it was on Crunchy, but it was the free one, so it was $7.20. Not that mattered for anime, but it was also riddled with ads, and I was like, I want to die.
Yeah, I think it's on the services that you don't have.
Right.
So it's similar to that premise, except instead of a volleyball team, it's a track and field team.
I like that it's just take this exact concept, different sports team.
It's funnier than that because the characters they actually look the same.
Oh, jeez.
And some of them do.
Is it like when
and they have similar personalities, so similar archetypes?
Is it like when I want to say there was a Scooby Doo episode where the gang meets gang version 2, and they're like, it's the complete Spider-Man meme of just you.
Yeah, kind of. It's really good though because it's similar idea, but whereas everyone on the volleyball team was gung ho and wanted to do it, the running people are being forced into it.
Ah, okay.
So, it's really good, and I could probably go on about it for a while, but I won't. But and the other one is Surun, and I believe that's how you say that. It's the word that describes the noise that a bowstring makes when you release it.
Ah.
And it's about, I don't know what it's called exactly, but it's, the Japanese archery that's competitive, almost like an art form. It's a martial art where you see the guy with the one shoulder exposed out of his...
Bokata?
Yeah, I guess that's what it
I don't know. Because I know there's a joke called gun kata, which is what you would say that Neo is trained in gun kata.
Yeah, it's something like that where there's a specific, it's a martial art, but it's a specific...
It's Hanzo from Overwatch. It's got the one shoulder exposed.
Yes, yeah. And it's a specific bow form they have to do. It's like a competition, and it's about that. Go ahead.
Well, nothing. I'm just picturing all of Hanzo's animations, and I'm like, you should watch Hanzo's animations. This might make a lot of sense to me at this point.
It probably is exactly that because it's a whole thing. But
I'll show you his. He has an animated thing with him and Genji, the two dragons.
Mm-hmm. Started watching that. What's really nice about it is it's like a palate cleanser because it doesn't have a lot of the
stereotypes, tropes.
Yeah, anime tropes of the fan service and the girls and all that. It's
so no anime titties.
Yeah, exactly. It's more
disappointing.
Genuine
anime schlong.
No,
anime Last Samurai.
There's a samurai-esque character, but not in and of it.
Tom Cruise.
He's just he's just kind of
he's there.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
It's slice of life, but a genuine slice of life type thing, not the ridiculous anime slice of life stuff. And the last thing is a live action show. ABC, Nathan Fillion's new show, The Rookie.
Oh, yes. Okay, I had to think about it. For some reason, I got him confused with Booth from Bones.
Yep.
And his new show, Seals?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's his. Because I caught an episode of that during the Thanksgiving break. When I turned the TV back on from football or something. And I was like, oh, it's him. It's not awful, but I don't know. Those ABC, NBC, I just can't.
Yeah, so
I can't get into those shows. They're so
This is
bad.
the problem. We watch. I saw it. I didn't realize it was out. Saw it on Hulu.
Uh-huh.
Watched the first 15, 20 minutes. Stopped it. Thought it was good. I said, I'll wait for Samantha to come home.
Pilot episode?
Okay. We'll watch the whole thing together, and then we'll make a judgment call. Watched the first episode. Was like, damn, this is good. And then, good as far as ABC and Nathan Fillion goes.
Right.
Like he has a very specific thing that he does.
Yeah, he has a mold.
Yes. But it was just enough of a stretch of the mold to where I was like, oh, this is going to be really good.
Mm.
And then we got 3-4 episodes in, and I was like, fuck, this is a bait and switch. Like the pilot was a bait and switch. Like the pilot was like, oh my God, this is going to be like him doing, and it does have a lot of like genuine, like it's not overly cheesy at times, but then like it does the really annoying things where like he's a 40-year-old rookie cop.
Right.
Which is weird. And the two other people that he's starting with are younger, traditional rookies.
Of course, the old man and young man.
And the young girl.
Yep, both. Oh, I mean, like the old person, young person.
Yeah.
Both coming into the same job.
Mm-hmm.
Story that's been said before.
Which was fine. But the irritation jumps in when you find out that old rookie, is dating young girl rookie. They went through the academy together.
And
it's just like, come on.
Didn't need it. Didn't need it.
That's exactly, it was like, didn't need that at all. Could have just cut that out. Like,
yep. Can't have a cable TV show, though, without a dumb love story.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, so that's what I've been watching. We'll see. Goblin Slayer on the cutting list, possibly. The Rookie.
On the chopping block, one
chopping
might say.
block. We would, yeah. The Goblin chopping block.
Yeah.
The Rookie, we'll see. Because it's Nathan Fillion, and I find him entertaining. Samantha obviously likes him
Of course.
well. But they got to get their shit together with his show and stop doing these stupid fucking ABC tropes.
Yeah. Good luck.
And I've been playing Battlefield 5, and that's it. Not a lot of it. Just a few games. As I was telling Nate earlier, we lose at an uncharacteristically high amount of times. So, like it's I don't know. I mean, I'm not good at shooters, obviously. I'm mediocre at best. And I feel like me being on a 60-player team, being mediocre, shouldn't have a drastic losing effect. So I don't know if it's just some aura I possess. Or if it's,
This negative, does my third chakra not sit in the right house of the sun when I play this game?
I do get angry very quickly, and I just maintain that anger. It's like, fuck this game, stupid, fuck,
I got angry the other day, and I was just like, I'm just going to close the game and play something else. Like, I just don't need this right now. She's like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
So, we'll see how that goes. What have you been doing?
I have been doing similar things, as one might say.
Similar.
I've also been playing games. I've also been watching things. And that's about where it ends in terms of similarity. I've been watching Miss Sports.
The good old sport. What are we in right now? Football season.
Football, basketball.
American
hockey.
Football. Hockey.
And football.
Football.
The soccer of the other countries. As one would call it.
Yeah.
I watched all of the Gymkhana files. I am caught up on South Park, except
so
I
you
need
getting a drift car?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go buy a drift car. Those cars are like $500,000 he's running with, and they're tuned by Ford. So yeah, tell you what, you bring me their engineering teams. Yeah, we'll talk about
You got to watch Turked.
No, I don't. I don't need to see things I shouldn't spend money on.
Is he show up in Gymkhana at all?
Nah.
I think his name's. I think it's Alex Turk, maybe, or
The only
Turk.
people I saw show up were a couple of other rally car racers, Aaron Kaufman, Deerdeck, and maybe one other person.
I kind of assumed that you'd see some Formula Drift people show up in there, but
You see some people from World Rally because they talk about his time racing World Rally, but
I keep forgetting that it's focused on Ken Block, right? I keep
It's
forgetting
focused
that
on
he rallied.
It's focused on him and the making of 10, Gymkhana 10.
Yeah. See, I'm so used to him being in Formula Drift, I forget that he
Yeah,
rallies.
yeah. It was in the rally time. It did not talk about Formula Drift.
Yeah.
And then I'm caught up on South Park up to the season finale. I need to just watch that now, and I'll be completely caught up on that.
Any noteworthy episodes that you liked?
I mean,
All of them?
if you just like satire on current standings of things in the environment, they're always entertaining as far as I'm concerned. I can see where people find it annoying, but I'm just like, you don't understand. It's the same people that like think Grand Theft Auto is dumb. I'm like, it's American satire. It is literally so good because it's over the top of what it is.
And sometimes not, which also makes it good.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not, and it's direct, and you're like, oh, oh, yeah. Like the school shooting joke.
That
Like that entire episode. Yeah. Butters is the hall monitor walking around with an M16 in his hand. Like, that's an over-the-top, but like, hey, this is a fucking thing that's happening. But, you know.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it I've been watching. I've been keeping up, obviously, with my YouTube stuff. My watch is there. Kind of. But I'm a little bit behind on our Bored as Hell friends.
I am too. I haven't watched any of them.
Speaking of which, they have a Formula D game that came out last week. And I did watch that one.
Was it good?
It was entertaining.
I'll have to watch that. I did see the
if you want to hear shift noises the entire time, just that's all it is.
Oh yeah, I'm watching Initial D as well again.
Ah, okay.
Which
add it to the list.
I'll throw it on there.
And then I've been playing some stuff. I've been playing some Forza. I am now done with Forza.
Done with Forza. I also canceled my Game Pass.
I have to my knowledge of where I was in the game, everything was marked on the map as completed. So that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my time.
Further than I was willing to go with it.
Yeah, I just have like that weird thing. I'm like, this map better say done. And I'll call it done. And I enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not happy to be done with it, but it's like, all right, like $20.
Satisfied.
$20, solid time.
Yeah, satisfied.
Red Dead 2 I haven't played. I don't even know why it's on the list. I'm still where I was last time we talked about it.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you finish it?
I'm in the beginning of the epilogue.
Oh, okay.
I need to just sit down and get it done, but I haven't done it.
Yeah, you could bang it out in a day.
Yeah, I might do it maybe
like 6
Sunday,
hours.
Maybe Sunday morning or sometime next week.
Yeah. It's kind of devastating because a lot of the epilogue stuff is kind of tedious.
Yeah. I mean, I expect it. It's got to wrap up stuff, so.
Yeah. And no, it's not like it's tedious in like a let's do farm chores tedious way.
I mean, ranches, right? Am I right, folks? Battlefield 5. I've been jamming, been playing that. Based on our conversation, I've played more than you have.
Oh yeah, definitely, significantly more.
Based on our conversation, I've played better than you have.
Yeah, that's true too.
My win rate is not 3%.
Yeah,
I'm at 52.
Dude, I just feel like,
but I don't know. I like to think that I'm good at shooters.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I can't think that.
That's the
once
issue.
again, one person, me, is changing the entire game.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're on par. Like your KD or whatever is similar to what it was in like Destiny and other shooters that we played together.
To my knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, that I remember of.
Yeah, 1.3.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't get like, I don't know.
Don't know. Maybe it's just a player based thing.
Yeah, it could be
where there's
be the matchmaking.
Where there's more bad people on PS4. Just because I feel like the PS4 market to the PC market might be, it's open to a bigger audience.
Yeah,
so you could end up with child number 4.
Yeah, I think we get a lot of. I think with
I don't know.
I mean, it's true of every game and every platform, but I feel like on console more with in this specific case. Like they'll be in a game mode like Conquest,
and
they aren't playing the objectives.
Yeah, because they play like Call of Duty. They play to shoot, which is how I've managed to get first in a couple of games. Is I just sit there and, like I was telling you, it's the aerodrome, whatever. It's Conquest Point C is in a hangar. And if my team takes that, I go to a medic class and I don't leave the hangar.
Mm-hmm.
I am just there to reinforce everybody else that wants to play Call of Duty and they want to sit there and kill everybody.
Yeah, but
fine. Here's med packs all day for you people.
Even in that particular map, if you hold point C, that's a commanding position of that map.
Right, it's a commanding position, but I also mean like I have the play style to not play like COD, where I do notice that the other third of my team is just like, I have 30 kills, and I'm like, but you haven't done dick. That's why you're only halfway up the board, like stuff like that.
And I think they don't realize too that like dying
doesn't matter.
Fucks you like, well, like the resource thing. Like it's I don't know. Like they just need to like play the fucking objective. Anyways.
And then I've been playing Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes of the Storm.
Pour one out for you, buddy. We'll talk about you in a bit. That's really it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been doing anything else. Living life, receiving gifts, sending gifts. It's been a good time. We got a Christmas gift that we should mention from our friend of the show, who has given us candy in the past, gave us more candy.
I feel like you are trying to make me fat.
Ooh, shots fired.
Shots fired.
Give us dietary supplements or something.
Don't do that.
Send us X-Lax.
Candy.
Send us X-Lax. Send us candy X-Lax and watch Matt lose his shit. Literally. We got stuff for our show in 2 weeks. Our post-Christmas candy extravaganza. It's not really going to be a candy extravaganza. We have like 3 pieces downstairs that we're going to eat and give things on, give our opinions. And then I received a knife, a kniff.
A kniff?
I got one of them good kniffs.
It is a nice knife.
And
I'm really happy for you because you're going to use it and you're like, this is the best thing ever.
And I've got myself some Gafool or G Fuel, as the kids call it. And I can't wait till once I drink through those 2 packs downstairs to get me some black on black berry from the 2-time.
Now you got to get the shaker out every time you play a game.
No, honestly, what I should do is I should just get my mustache going to his and just shave my face and be like, yeah. And then just start doing all like the lipping and
spit water out.
Yeah. Just make it a big scene. I get a mullet. Just go full him for no reason. Yeah. All right. Before I start into the new releases, okay, thanks for the text message. Before we get into new releases, I got 2 comments, Matt. 2 comments that we can start with. I was going to save them till the end, but they don't pertain to the end, and I feel like we can get our listeners in this earlier. Here's the first comment. Take it as you will. It says, not a death threat.
Okay.
Worse. May you be banished to a world where the only video game is Dance Dance Revolution. Signed, Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins. Dance Dance Revolution. Have you
Now,
ever played
for me,
DDR?
No. For me, it probably would be bad because, while I can play Guitar Hero, I can never play drums on Guitar Hero, or on Rock Band, I mean. So I probably can't use my feet in any coordinated sense to play DDR. So if it was required in order to get out of hell to score X amount on a certain song, in no way am I ever leaving. Except if that's the only thing I have to play, then I guess at some point I figure I could probably do it.
I think I'd be better at DDR than I would be at like any sort of like Guitar Hero or whatever, Band Hero.
Oh, I can jam to Guitar Heroes or Rock Band if I'm on a guitar. If I'm on anything else, I can't do it.
My like foot dexterity is way better than my finger dexterity.
Oh, not mine. The left side of my body is useless as it is. So doing this coordinated stuff, nah way. I can't do
That'd be
it.
fun. Every like 3 minutes, your ankle fucking gives out.
Yeah, just like dun dun. Just ankle rolls. I'm like, oh, take me to the hospital. I'm dead. Well, Bilbo Baggins, maybe you should have been corrupted by the ring and killed yourself.
Yeah. Get
All
back
I'm
to the
saying.
Shire. Get back to the Shire.
Get back to you where we belong, Hobbit.
Go back in your hobbit hole.
You and your hairy
furry.
feet.
Fuck. That's where I was going.
And this next comment is more of a follow-up from last week, but somebody did do something for, well, not for us, but wrote in after we talked about something.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just hey, I bought the PS Classic. It comes with a cord for power, not a power brick. Just it comes with a USB cord.
Correct.
That part is me ad-libbing. The rest of the comment is, I plug it into the USB port on the TV itself, and it powers fine.
That kind of makes sense now I'm thinking about it.
Still on the fence about spending the $100, though. And that comes from Sire.
There was a couple articles related to the PS Classic that aren't in the doc, so I guess we'll throw them in now.
Sure, go for it.
There's a wireless adapter for wireless controllers, if you want to go wireless.
I did see that. I went to preemptively hit that, and it didn't work.
And it apparently is very easily hacked. So it can
apparently it's very easily hacked, and apparently there's still like weird run problems with it, where games kind of run like shit and yada yada.
Oh, really? I don't
know. I don't think it's reviewed well.
Ah, okay. I did see it. I did watch a teardown on the controller and the console itself.
Was it from the same guy that did the Walmart PC? Because I kind of want to die if it was.
It depends on the multiple people did
the first one, the main one.
Gamer Nexus.
Yeah, it's probably him. Yeah,
long haired dude.
Yep.
Steve Burke.
I don't remember his name. I just remember that being the first thumbnail I saw before Linus then did the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he did the teardown on the Classic and the controller.
I guess it's just because I hate those thumbnails now. I don't know. I just have the thing with the creator reaction thumbnail, like whoa, and I'm like, I already don't want to watch.
Yeah, I don't watch
Photoshop your body or something. Like make it like put your face somewhere else, or don't do like the look at this. I don't know. It's just
he does his stuff's really techie though, like really nerdy.
Yeah, and it's probably good. It's just like the thumbnail. It doesn't make me want to click on it, but yeah, I'm not your major audience, so. I'm not asking you to change for me.
I have a whole nother thing about him this week, but we'll talk about it afterwards.
Trust me, I get into YouTube culture, and I'm not doing that either this week.
Where were we about the PlayStation Classic? Oh, yeah. You can load games onto it via USB once you hack into it a bit.
As long as Sony doesn't take down the ROM site and sue your ass.
Well, it uses an open source emulator, just like NES did. Yeah.
But my ROMs.
They'll always be somewhere.
But my speech. But those ROMs are so slightly difficult to get, man. And if
they're so old.
And they're so old. If I wanted to buy something that just came out like this week, like fresh products, I would ask you where would I go, but that's a stupid question. Because I'm just going to tell you some of them that came out. Some things you could spend your money on. Specifically 9 of them. There were a lot more things that came out this week, but as you know, I curate this list down to just titles and pictures and
specifically 9.
Specifically.
This week at least.
Yeah. Some would joke that it's a Baker's. Number 1. Guacamelee 2 made its way to the Switch.
Yay.
Cool. Desert Child for PS4, PC, Switch, and Xbox. Kingdom 2 Crowns for PS4, Xbox, PC, and the Switch. Insurgency Sandstorm for PC. Forza Horizon 4 DLC for Fortune Island. Below came to Xbox and PC. Borderlands 2 VR for PlayStation VR.
Is that the first release for Below?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow.
Yeah, we've seen about it. We've seen it for 2 years, 2.5.
Yeah, I mean that was at wasn't that at the PAX I went to with you?
It was definitely at that E3 that year too, though.
Yeah,
because it was on Xbox's stage, so it's probably at both. Escape Game Aloha on PS4 and Kingmaker Rise to the Throne, PS4, Xbox, and Switch.
Cool.
Indeed.
Nothing groundbreaking.
No, nothing really. I mean, we're kind of at that point where until I announce these things. Until I tell you that Kingdom Hearts is out, there's not going to be really anything except for like DLCs that I'm really going to say anything about.
Is that December?
I don't remember. I like to think it's next week. I'm probably wrong.
We are so like not Kingdom Hearts people.
Oh yeah, no.
Which is funny because like there's a lot of people that are Kingdom Hearts people.
Oh yeah. a lot of people that are Half-Life people, and I'm just not one of them either.
Well, that's just because you're wrong.
It's funny if we had a Venn diagram of like the things that we both have never played, and then things we haven't played just of each other.
Mhm.
That Venn diagram would be really like super controversial if everybody's like, "What are your gaming credentials?" And I was like, "I've never played a Mass Effect." And they would just be like, I'd be like, "And I've never played Half-Life." And you see all these jaw drops as people are like,
Mhm.
"The fuck is wrong with you?" And I'd be like, "Oh, fucking, what do you want me to do? I ain't got time for that shit."
That's, I guess. Half-Life, though, man.
What do you want? What do you want from me, man? What do you want from me?
That's all right. All right. Who do you want to start?
I mean, do you want to talk about Epic, or do you want me to talk about Epic?
Let's see here. I don't know. I guess I'll just start. Fuck it. Good Guy Epic has announced that they will be offering some Fortnite software to developers for free. As much as that first sentence makes it seem boring as hell,
What do you mean boring? I love free things, Matt.
allow me to tell you why it's pretty dope.
I'm already doped.
And you're not sharing? Rude.
I drank it.
The software on offer to developers includes the underlying infrastructure and tools used to make Fortnite cross-platform.
End of January. Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, complete interruption.
No, it's cool. So they're kicking off the fourth or end of fiscal year scramble to some degree.
Yeah, if they totally don't delay it.
Shots fired. Let's see here. Where were we? Talking about Fortnite cross-platform. Okay. We're talking the ability to sync a player's profile and in-game purchases across multiple platforms, provide cross-platform voice chat, and allow cross-platform partying and matchmaking. Not only is it free to developers, but they are also allowing it to be used with any game engine, platform, or store. As The Verge pointed out, this could be interpreted as another shot at Valve since it will compete directly with Steamworks,
Ooh, shots fired.
which provides similar features. Hopefully, it speeds up the rollout of cross-platform play. And by the way, Subnautica is free right now if you download it from the Epic Game Store on PC, of course.
I will take a look at that after this.
Yes.
Did you see my message last night?
No.
That Lego Hobbit was free on Humble Bundle. I put it in the chat in the doc. I don't know if you ever saw it.
I looked at it. I was tired. I did not retain it after I viewed it initially.
And I'm pretty sure it's probably over. Maybe not.
That's all right.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's I mean, cool.
That's big news. I
It's-
feel like it's big news, but it's not like, it's not big until people start using it. It's big business. What the fuck am I trying to say? It's big, like, low key industry news.
Yeah, it's big industry news. The problem is still, it's not. It's good, but it still requires. It's kind of what Epic has right now, and Rocket League has it, and all these other people where they have cross-play,
Yeah.
but they're still having that weird fight with like Sony, mostly Sony specifically, and
Yeah.
some of the other guys where it's like, we're ready to go. We literally flip a switch and it starts, but they, I don't know if it's in the terms of service that they have signed with them or whatever, won't let them turn it on.
Yeah.
So it almost is going to take all the developers going like, we have this all. You need to go to them and basically tell them, do this.
Which I think is what Epic's getting at here, because if they give you all the infrastructure to just kind of shoehorn it into your game, then like every developer can technically have the ability to do crossplay.
Yeah, and when they're just like, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Take it. Use it. In whatever engine you're developing in, there it is.
I just hope there isn't well, what engine does The Division use? Is it it's their
Snowfall?
It's their proprietary
Yeah,
thing.
they have
Okay.
their own. It's Snowfall?
Yeah, I think it was Snowfall, wasn't it?
It's Snow something.
Yeah. Well, the point I was going to make is that it would be nice,
Or at
if,
least
like,
that was the name of it during Division 1. I don't know if they've re-upped it for Division 2 where there's no snow. Like, springtime.
I hope they
DC and Nightmare. I don't know.
I hope there's not like developers and that are like too prideful to use something that's already developed and known to work instead of like, trying to make their own proprietary tools and software and stuff like that. So
yeah, I'll tell you about that after. Yeah, no, I'm pumped to just see what happens.
Yeah, same.
And see if, more notably, I guess, if a big developer takes it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if Ubisoft is like, cool, thanks, Epic Games. Like, if they, for some reason, don't already have the idea or solution in their head, they're just like, oh, I'll just use theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Division uses a proprietary. I want to say it's Snowfall. Yeah. Anyway, my dock just closed.
That's unfortunate.
Number
Zone. I'm gonna
2.
Google
the name of the engine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait, and hopefully you. Hey Google.
Haha. Nice try.
I turned somebody's phone on. I'm sorry.
Snowdrop.
Snowdrop. That's what it was. That's drops fall. Snowdrop. Snowfall. Same thing. Same. we were halfway there. I'll take it. Number 2. Speaking of companies with game stores, Discord is trying their best to compete with Valve and Epic by announcing a new revenue split for their storefront. When their store opens to all creators next year, it will be offering a 90-10 revenue split from purchases. Discord CEO Jason Citron said, quote, "Turns out it does not cost 30% to distribute games in 2018. Oh shit, shots fired. After doing some research, we discovered that we can build amazing developer tools, run them, and give developers the majority of the revenue share." The new, end quote. The new revenue split will apply to developers of all sizes, unlike Steam's current tiered system that favors larger games. Hey Steam, how about you just get shit on for like the next month and a half with everybody's stores?
That seems to be the trend right now.
I can't wait for Ubisoft to come out and be like, we have a 100-0 rev split because there are games. And then just like shove their middle fingers in the air and walk away.
Suck it.
It's cool. I mean, if they want to keep compete, like the fact they opened up a storefront anyway was crazy, and now they're going to do 90-10. Cool.
That's crazy. I don't want to say it's hard for me to believe, but it's interesting that if they can make a 90-10 split work, then why are, is it just greed that all these other places are taking 30?
Well, that's what people were also talking about, like the competition digitally, that you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
The idea would be like, yeah, you go to brick and mortar and do the same thing. Oh, no, you cannot.
Yeah.
That's a 30%, if not more, cut in that situation. So it's like now we have to play the game of like, they're giving 90-10. Does this change the cost of games and all this? So we're at the beginning. We're at the tippy tip of the iceberg, but there's that whole bottom part underneath it. We got to see what that is and see if it sinks our ship, like it did that fateful night when Jack and Rose died. They both could have fit on that fucking door.
Speaking of the Titanic,
that movie
see the
fucking
news?
Sucks.
Did you see the Titanic news?
Titanic 2?
No.
Oh.
Real Titanic.
2.
All right, so side. What time are we at here?
Not time enough.
Okay. Story time, friends.
Wrap it up.
Robert Ballard is the gentleman
Pattinson?
who discovered the Titanic wreck.
Right,
the wreck
the
of the Titanic.
Right, yeah.
Turns out
it's not the Titanic.
it is the Titanic,
Oh.
but he only found it because he was on a top secret mission for the Navy. So essentially what happened
To
was...
find it, or...
So he used to be in the Navy. He was
Sure.
a commander in the Navy. The Navy approached him because he's one of those oceanic dudes. The Navy approached him and was like, "Hey, we got these nuclear submarines sitting at the bottom of the ocean that we want you to check out and recover some stuff and see how the reactors are affecting the environment. But we don't want the Russians to know about it." And so he invented the story that he was searching for the Titanic. And the Navy said, "We're going to give you all the tools and budget you would want. And whatever time you have left after we're done, doing what we want to do, you can go find the Titanic." So essentially, this was newly declassified, and he told this CNN about this. So essentially, he did his mumbo jumbo that he had to do with the nuclear submarines, recovered whatever, studied whatever, and he had 12 days left. And the Navy was basically like, we're completely at your disposal. What do you want to do? And that's how he found the Titanic.
I would love for the Navy to look at me and be like, what do you want to do? And I'm like,
let's go find the Titanic.
The lost city of Atlantis. Let's go, bitches. Like Nick Cage just gets a hard on when he hears that, and he's like, treasure. Anyway, we're so far off with that.
Yeah,
one.
we are. So I thought that was a fun little story. That
So I bet the Titanic had a 90-10 rev split. At least it did when it sank. Actually, that's more of a 50-50. Hey, jokes. It kind of broke a little bit further away than half, so it's more like 60-40, but you get what I mean.
Where were we? Number 3, right? Yeah.
Tree fitty.
Last night, Blizzard Entertainment dropped a hot one on their fans with a blog post announcing that they were slowing down support for Heroes of the Storm. In the post, Blizzard stated their plans to move developers from two other projects, as well as discontinue support for Heroes Global Championship and Heroes of the Dorm for 2019. The latter part is where the drama comes in. Apparently, there wasn't much warning given to esports players and announcers, and many of them took social media to voice their frustrations. Thoughts? Nathaniel.
Disappointing, but not unsurprising.
Okay. See, I saw that and I was surprised, obviously. I texted you. And then, obviously, the esports players and stuff were also surprised just because apparently the indications and comments they were getting from Blizzard was we're working on the details for the new season.
They worked on them. There aren't any. They deleted everything they wrote down. And they replaced it with one line. Not happening.
So what do you think? I mean, naturally everyone's jumping to the mobile bandwagon.
Like that they're making Heroes mobile?
That was one of the common occurring
Well, that's just because,
pop-ups that
we all have phones, so clearly that's what we want. I don't think that's happening. There were a few things that have been sputtered around. Schreier's commented on this. Our boy has gotten in the weeds.
Mm-hmm.
They have. I think it's a couple things. One, honestly, it sucks for the pros. Like it sucks for all those people in that industry: the producers, showrunners, analysts, desk people, players, coaches. The entire studio crews, all that stuff, are technically now just out. Like unless all that stuff gets picked back up by a different team, a different esport or whatever, they're kind of just out.
Yeah.
What part I'm not surprised is it was the third biggest MOBA to League and Dota. But when you're sitting behind those two, I don't know if their viewership was enough to justify keeping to put money into it.
So
because it was well produced and everything, but I don't know how much money, like what their bottom line value was in terms of money that they put into it versus what they were getting back.
All right, a couple questions I have for you. Hypothetically, if we didn't have the Blizzard lens, or the Diablo Immortal lens that we were seeing this through, if none of that would have happened.
So if I remove Immortal from happening.
Yes.
Okay.
Which also removes everyone staring very, very keenly at Blizzard's power shifts that are happening.
Okay.
Or have happened. Do you think there would be as aggressive of a reaction about Heroes of the Storm?
Yes.
Yes.
I think there would still be an aggressive reaction, but it wouldn't be meme phone jokes.
Yeah.
It would be like, what are you fucking working on then? Because you didn't tell us you were working on anything. The only thing you technically told us you were working on at your conference a month ago was Immortal.
Okay.
You didn't tell us you're going to StarCraft 3. You held that back. You didn't say you're doing Diablo 4. Because obviously they didn't in this world they didn't say Immortal. So they didn't say you're doing Diablo 4. You just released a new character at BlizzCon. You debuted Orphea.
Mm-hmm. So you still
didn't-
think it would be received as
I think it would-
universally a negative?
I think it would be received as a universal negative, with even more questions of like, then what are they going to do?
Mhm.
Are they going to fix WoW that's in shambles? Are they all shifting them to make Diablo 4? Are they shifting them to make StarCraft 3? Like, then that starts your what's Project Titan questions all coming up again.
Yeah. What was the other thing I want to ask? Do you think it's just all right, you're more experienced with Blizzard than I am, obviously. Do you think
I jerk them off the reg.
Do you think this is
Though lately, I'll tell you what. Stranger.
Do you think this is a sound business decision of them trimming the fat, or do you look at it in the same lens as Diablo Immortal, where it's them making more bad decisions?
So I don't think they're trimming the fat.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a weird way to say it. Because they're not firing people.
No, I mean, like,
They're
as
quote unquote restructuring.
Yes.
In what I think it's an interesting move, because the way the post regs, I read the blog post, and it was, you're gonna do that there. Just be careful, as I say, you pull that entire sheetrock section right off.
To crack my back, and I also am trying to.
You want me to like bear hug you real
interject at the
quick?
same
Because like
time.
I can pop your back.
I have another thing about the blog post. I'm curious
Okay.
if you're going to touch on it.
Uh,
So I'm going to go crack my back over there while you're talking.
Okay. So the blog post mentions a couple things. It doesn't say that they're not continuing development. It's basically more like the game's going into maintenance mode, where I think now, because they still said, we're still going to add new characters and stuff like that. I think the big chunk is that they're like, we're not spending money on the esports anymore. We can't do it. We need to take this money and put it somewhere else. And we need to pull off some of the devs and put them over there.
Yeah.
So I think it's just skeleton crew, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the game alive, do some balance changes, create some characters when you want to,
Bug fixes.
but stretch it out.
yeah.
For like it wasn't fervent in updates anyway, but now just take those updates and move them further apart from each other.
I made sure to make the wording very specific because I read the blog post pretty thoroughly, and
There's also one specific moment in the blog post that unless you're about to say it, I'll tell you afterwards, that I found really funny.
it's probably not. There was a different one that I thought was very interesting, a different
Okay.
like sentence or two, but it very much seemed like we're putting this on the back burner.
Yeah, it was definitely we're putting this on the back burner. They apparently reportedly have so many projects going that they have more projects than they've ever had going at one time ever.
That's
That people
weird.
don't even necessarily know about.
Yeah.
So I'm in the way the blog post is written is they're saying, we've done this before. That's how you had stuff like, and this is the part that got me.
yeah.
This is how we had stuff like WoW get created, because we pulled some people off some stuff and we did this. That's how we had StarCraft 2 get created. That's how we had Overwatch. And then the one that killed me. And that's how we had Diablo 2 get created. And I went, ooh, that's not good. Like, because we talked about before how much they saw Diablo 3 as a failure, they made the specific call to call out Diablo 2, not 3.
Yeah.
So it was like, that's a weird.
That was the part that I was going to
moment where I
point
was
out
just
was
like-
not specific Diablo, but that sentence or two where it's like they almost were like trying to, I don't even know how to word what I'm trying to say. But
They're trying to live on their old accolades.
they're trying to
again.
like get ahead of anyone being freaking out and being like, "No, guys, it's okay."
Yeah.
Like,
But they're also doing the thing that I ridicule certain sports managers, the current one of my favorite team in soccer, for doing, where they're like, but look at all this stuff we did. And I'm like, but what have you done for me lately? I have a fucking phone. Like, how come you aren't putting anything on the phone? Oh, wait, that's the joke. Like, why aren't we fixing WoW? You had a chance to kill Nathanos, and you didn't do it. Instead, he just runs away. Like, that's a whole other thing. Apparently, I haven't played the new patch, but apparently there's a moment where Elune empowered, like moon god empowered Tyrande Whisperwind shoots and fucking one hit kills a Valkyr. and could have just done instead of shooting the Valkyrie, should have turned and shot at Thanos Blightcaller, who's the one that's the emo boyfriend of fucking Sylvanas, who I'm guaranteeing is a writer somewhere that's like, look at me, I'm an incel, tip my fedora. And I'm like, you could have just popped him and the whole thing would have disappeared and we would have been done with it. He would have been dead. It would have made it sense. Like, now she's angry because her boyfriend's gone. Like, all this stuff. But no, he just runs away and he's like, let's get out of here. I'm like, oh. Just kill him. Now I'm to the point where this expansion where it's like, I'm not even angry at her. And she's my war chief, technically. Like, just kill him.
I wonder if they're just going to keep running with it and no one's ever going to, like, deal with the situation.
Yeah,
or if they're just if it's very craftily built up to be for a
if he ever ended up in Heroes of the Storm, he'd be the one hero I would never play. I don't care how broken he is, I won't do it. Just on principle at this point. It's the same way that for certain people that don't actually listen to this, I won't give a thumbs up to Exploding Kittens anymore. I love the game. It's a great game, to be honest. But there was a sour taste in my mouth during my Texas trip that now it's almost meme worthy of a joke. So it's like, anyway. Heroes of the Storm, though, sad to see go. I still play it all the time, but it's not technically going anywhere. Yeah. It still exists, so I still get to play it. It's not like Infinite Crisis, which was the Marvel one or DC one that got shut the fuck down, or all the other MOBAs that have crashed.
How long do you think it's gonna be around for? You think it's gonna be around for a while? Do you think it's gonna be like a year?
I think it'll still be around for a while because it's more. It's more of a giant fan service game than anything else they have because they pull characters from all their universes and put them in there. So
yeah. Just a warning to the listeners, not viewers, and you. The next one is written poorly.
Okay. I'm Ron Burgundy. Number 4. Let's talk about terrible ideas. Matt's writing. Razor Soft Miner. Essentially, it's a rewards program that requires you to install an application that runs blockchain software when your system is idle. What you get isn't Bitcoin, because who cares, because cryptocurrency is going down, but Razor Silver, a form of currency for Razor products. Razor says that a proper setup will earn 500 silver a day, but here's the catch. The catch comes in 2 forms. The prices of products and the currency has an expiration time. The Razor Silver currency expires 12 months after it is acquired, but the Black Widow Ultimate Keyboard, for example, costs 154,000 silver, which means that you'd have to earn 500 silver every day for 308 days. So a couple things.
Yes.
I will touch on here. First off, hell no.
Yes.
People need to not let blockchain software run on their computers without them knowing.
Yes.
That being said, if you wanted to do this, I guess this is technically like the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like if you wanted to actually get Razor products, you do it that way, yada yada. But that's saying that in an ideal setup, you would still have to do that 500 silver for 308 days. It's not exactly a quick turnaround. I'm not going to get into the Bitcoin joke there, but their price keeps tanking because there was a solid meme the other day. Have you seen the one where it's the man at the podium standing out over an audience and he's like, "Who wants Bitcoin?" Like when it's the three-tiered one, and he's like, "Who wants Bitcoin?" And all the people are like, "Yeah, we do." And then the next question is, "Who wants to use Bitcoin?" And no one says anything. And then the third one is, "Who wants to accept Bitcoin as payment?" And there's no one in the crowd. It's like, yeah, there's your problem. But with this one, it's like you're technically earning a currency for a product inside of its own thing. The funny thing is Razer also has a software that I think is just like their game launcher, if I'm not mistaken, that you can launch games out of, and it's counting your playtime, and then you're earning currency that way. So you're earning currency just for playing games, and then you can do it. You can also use that to spend on products of theirs as well.
The problem,
which that one is probably, in my eyes, technically better.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you need another launcher? Hey, am I right? Store jokes.
Someone was on Twitter, I think it was tweeting about this and said basically like, now granted, this is like, I don't know where this person is. Like, I don't know where they live, so I don't know what their costs are for electricity. But they said basically to buy a keyboard, and have this system running, you'd be spending like $700 a year.
Yeah, I mean, that's believable.
So it's like
That's also ridiculous, whatever their power bill is, but it's believable.
$700 a year. That same keyboard's $199 if you don't get it on sale.
Yeah. You just buy a better keyboard.
Yeah.
I love me some. I'm gonna butcher his name. Min Tang Lien is the CEO, I believe. I was a Razer boy for a while. I've now switched to, Corsair.
Yeah, Corsair.
I'm pretty much a Corsair fanboy. That's a case. That's a keyboard. That's a mouse. My headset's a Logitech. That other mouse is a Logitech.
For some reason, I thought you had a Corsair headset.
Nope, it's a Logitech G9033 wireless.
I thought you had the Void Pro. I don't know why.
No, I think Todd has a Void Pro.
That's why you're so much a Corsair fanboy in my head. I just assumed you had their headset.
I also have their keyboard mat. That's an extra large.
Yeah,
$11.99. $11.99 Best Buy extra long Corsair keyboard mat. Big fan. Love those extended keyboard mats.
I hate them. No, I'm just saying.
All right. I'm not here to pimp Corsair out. We're here to
know.
talk about Razer. But
Don't you ever get stains on it? You know what I mean? Like I always get like shit on my keyboard and stuff.
I get shit on my keyboard, not the keyboard mat usually. But
Yeah,
usually
but
even the stuff that gets in the keyboard is the cat hair, and I just blow that out.
I don't know. Like if you look at my mouse pad, it looks like it.
Well, I'm not drinking coffee at my keyboard.
That's fair. It's fair. Anyways, continue.
Almost all my stuff is sealable. Not like coffee mugs or anything.
This guy over here with his fucking resealable containers. I'm a pleb with my coffee mug.
How dare I have an open top thing? I did have a Razer Kraken headset, and I ran with a Naga for years, 2012 version specifically, because it was the only one I liked. The 2012 one, I have a relatively large hand, and I don't claw hand like a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of sit more flat.
Palm it.
Yeah. And obviously the Logitech is very fat and wide, which is a good one. But it's also the only reason I have that Logitech is because it's a 12-button numpad on the side, which is what the Naga was. So when I was playing MMOs, all my abilities are right on my thumb. It's great. And I didn't have to write all these macros for things. But now the Naga kicked the bed, kind of. It still works. It just doesn't function as great. So I use the Logitech, and the Naga's benched. But the new Nagas are more claw-like, and I just couldn't buy myself to use it. That's also a chiclet Black Widow keyboard that was Razer over there. That's what I used until I switched to the mechanical one.
Yeah.
So
I briefly owned a Razer mouse.
And it's true. It
made me even more angry.
Was it a Death Adder?
Yes, it made me even more angry. It was a Death Rider Elite or whatever.
Yeah, because the suite.
Yep. And what made me more angry about it, though, is I bought the mouse and I fucking liked it. Like the feel, the quality of it, like it was great. The shape, I loved it. Then there was the fucking software.
Yep.
And that made me like, I'm like, I just don't want to use the software. Like, I don't want you having to ping your servers every time I want to use my mouse.
Yeah. Like I get annoyed with Corsair software every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I wish you were just perfect and you're not. But at the same time, I deal with it. But yeah, the Razer stuff, if you really can't afford to spend the money, I guess you could do this. But it might take you, say you didn't want to spend the $700 not knowing where that person's electricity rates are or whatever.
Yeah.
So say in 3 years, spacing that time out, you might earn the keyboard. But you're not going to because it times out.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. You can get better products for cheaper anyways.
You can get better products for cheaper, and you can also get better rewards program. Like,
yeah, do some surveys, get some gift cards.
There's even times where Razer has a best of CES sale in the beginning of the year.
Hmm.
If they win a best of CES, the Consumer Electronics Show award, if they win one of those, they usually run like 40% on their products or something. So you can usually get a decent keyboard cheap.
I think
You just got to be there early because they sell out.
Maybe it was Labor Day. I don't know. They had a really good sale basically where you got a mouse keyboard combo for like half off almost.
I believe it.
I don't remember what it was, but whatever. Anyways.
There's one in your store now.
What's that?
I think it's a Razer one. It's mouse keyboard headset. It's in 24.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think it's a Razer knockoff.
Maybe I just saw it with black and green, which immediately I think Razer.
But they do sell Razer products now. Which I'm
Well,
sure
no,
you've seen.
I know they have those in 18, but I was looking for a keyboard mouse combo today. I saw that.
Detroit Become Human has sold 2 million copies,
2 million copies.
and that's it for that one. Good for them. Good game. I like it.
Good for them. Maybe I'll play it by the end of the year and put it on my list for top 10 games of the year.
I'm just gonna do the next one
Because I can't wait for Matt to have to figure that list out because he is not going to remember what he played.
No, I'm gonna let you do the next one.
Okay, I'm going to do the next one.
It's kind of chopped up a little bit, but
All right.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really played a lot this year, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
You remember that list that I have in our
Yeah.
folder that
Yeah.
says just games of the year? Just write them down if you want
you're
to.
like, oh, you can add to it if you want, and I
Yeah,
have
it's like
0
just
things
so if
there.
you ever want to, like, if you're trying to remember what you played, and then I have just my list of like 50 games.
Yeah. So that's the thing though, is you play more games than I do, and like I don't play a lot of games, so I can just really thumb through my Steam account real quick and then thumb through my like PlayStation trophies real quick, and I'll know what I've played.
True. It's the true. Number 6. Also, that movie was just weird. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan.
Cloud Atlas?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
No, Avatar.
Oh, Avatar?
No, Cloud Atlas.
All right, now I'm getting okay.
The true. Number 6. Here's some Game Awards viewership numbers. The Game Awards being the Game Awards, not these Gamer Choice Awards, because some cable TV thing needs a game show still. The Game Awards viewership numbers are 1.13 million concurrent on Twitch. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
4 million concurrent total. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Good. Which those numbers break it down to 128% jump in viewership. Damn.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
That's the big one. And then there were 26.2 million viewers total.
That's also a big number.
That being said, in case anybody's curious, for reference, there were 26.6 million people who watched the Oscars in 2018.
That blew my fucking mind.
So we're only 0.4 off of this critically acclaimed entertainment thing. Guess what? We're the biggest fucking entertainment industry there is.
That one
Suck our video game joysticks.
That one kind of blew my mind a bit. I was like, wow, why aren't more people talking about this? But it's just like everyone's like, meh. Yeah.
Well, we're like mad because we don't compare ourselves to those standards. That's the thing. Like we just don't. It's like everybody's like, oh, video games are just this thing, and we're like, we are bigger than you will ever be.
Yeah. I think that's
I'm sorry, but do we not remember how much GTA 5 and now Red Dead beat Infinity War? Your biggest blockbuster ever. Mm-hmm. A video game in a week and a half slaughtered you.
Yeah, and like the Oscars obviously are watched by like America and maybe some,
and they're
maybe some European
There's
countries.
also the whole thing about the Oscars where it's buy-in awards and all this other stuff. Yeah. You have to go to the right parties to get nominated, spend too much money, yada, 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 whatever Hollywood elitist. All right.
I'm getting old.
And apparently also nobody wants to host them. Fun joke.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies getting disqualified this year for bullshit reasons.
Somebody apparently forgot to submit something for somebody. I can't remember what that article was.
Oh, what the fuck was it?
Something didn't get nominated because they forgot to do it.
Yeah,
it was a score for somebody.
Yeah, but the movie was like...
I can't remember. It was a soundtrack for something.
Yeah, it wasn't like... I don't think it was like a crazy good movie. I think it was kind of like a...
Yeah, but it was just funny.
Hood, maybe?
No.
I don't know. There was another one too. There was a movie that got disqualified for a stupid reason. Oh, the Nicolas Cage movie that is actually really good.
I don't remember.
Maggie or
yes,
something.
I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Maggie sounds right.
It got disqualified for some stupid technicality.
Yeah. There's also literally nobody wanted to host it. Then Kevin Hart got hosting it. Then everybody ripped Kevin Hart for hosting it. So now he stepped away from it. And now last I knew they don't have a host still.
Suck it.
Welcome to 2018. I guess 2019.
Yeah,
It'll be welcome. It will be welcome to 2019. Anyway, yeah. Number 7.
China has formed a new ethics committee for reviewing games called the Online Games Ethics Committee.
Ethics.
It has already been
Ethics in games online. Get
ethics in
out.
China is also
Well,
funny.
Ethics in China in games online. Ha. Anyway, sorry.
It's
I thought
already-
that was the entire joke in like the article we.
Oh, it gets. It's gonna get better. I haven't actually. We'll get there. I haven't actually looked at the list, the games and stuff, so it's gonna be fun.
Oh boy.
It has already been 9 months since China has approved any new releases for sale, and with the new committee at work, a government source told the South China Morning Post that they expect the freeze on new games to last until at least February of 2019. According to China Central Television, a state
China doesn't get Kingdom Hearts.
it's okay. According to China Central Television, a state-run channel, the committee has reviewed 20 games. 9 of the games were rejected outright, while the other 11 will need to modify their content to be eligible for release.
Do we have a list of those 20?
Here's where we dip into some rumors. A Reddit user translated a post from a Chinese gaming forum that claims to know what games were reviewed and their review outcomes. Let me click on this hyperlink, and I'm going to pull up the list, and I'll read them to you, and you will be able to laugh and comment. If the internet decides to work on my iPad. Old iPad.
Old Samsung tablet.
Yeah. All right, I'm just going to skip all this crap and go right to the list. Arena of Valor.
Okay.
Overly revealing female characters, rewards given based on rank, distorted concepts of history and culture, corrective action. So the format is game name, cause, recommended action. That's the format I'm going to read these to you in.
Okay, so what was the recommended action?
Corrective action.
Oh, it was corrective action. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, you're going to get
Too much tits.
You're going to get
Communism.
You're going to get 2 recommended actions. You're either going to get corrective action or prohibited/withdrawn. And that's
Prohibited/withdrawn meaning like
Ban.
take that. Oh, like you can't
Yeah.
happen. Okay, so corrective, fix your stuff and come back.
Yes.
Prohibited, can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the cause is going to be like why they're giving that recommendation.
Just give me like the word cause and then the word correct, like whatever just so I know where that changes. You know what I mean?
Okay. I get what you're
Like how you ran through that.
saying.
Just give me like where the actual break happens.
Okay.
Before
Do you
I
want me to do that one again?
No,
Okay,
no,
good.
no. I
Okay.
got you that one. That one's just funny because it's tits, and it's not communism.
Yes.
That's literally. It's based on rank. That's not communism. I don't want it in our country.
Spoilers. There's going to be some recurring themes. All right. League of Legends.
That's interesting.
Yep. Overly revealing.
That's also interesting because there is a Chinese league.
Well, Arena of Valor is also from Tencent.
Yeah, and Riot is partially owned by Tencent.
Yep.
Did Tencent just submit a bunch of games?
Let's see here.
Max.
There's a couple Tencent games.
So we're already at 2. So all right.
Um,
So yeah, what was League? Sorry.
League of Legends. The cause is overly revealing female characters,
Same.
rewards given based on rank,
Yep.
and
Actually, I don't know if that's really weird. Anyway, sorry.
inharmonious chat room.
Yeah, that's just called having a chat room.
That got a corrective action.
The funny thing there with the rewards based on rank, I guess they're talking about the ranked ladder rewards because otherwise it's just like reach level 30. There's a cap at 30 and you earn like some spells throughout that, but that's just what everybody gets. But other than that, there's no like, they've got to be talking about like the end of season rank rewards. That's it. That's the only thing I can think they're talking about there.
There is some. I'm gonna skip down real quick, and there was the user who started the thread and posted this attempts to explain the reasoning behind some of the causes to the bans and censorship.
I don't know if we need to get that far. I'll just be that guy. I'll guess. And once I can.
I'll just run through it real quick. Owning, selling, creating, and distributing porn in China is illegal. So that kind of explains the female stuff, obviously. And then he said, I'm guessing the whole rewarding by rank is a problem because it suggests class divisions rather than purely rewarding based on merit.
Yeah.
And then he goes into
heaven forbid that somebody's actually better than you and you just claim to be better than them.
Refers to the perceived offer. Okay. Where were we? Blade and Soul.
Oh God, that's definitely female revealing.
Overly revealing female characters.
It's gonna be on everyone.
In Harmonious Chat Room.
Yep. Once again, not surprised.
Corrective action.
Honestly, the corrective action: put them in full plate wear, and then just turn off chat rooms.
Qilu Zhang. Qilu Chang.
I don't know that
Qilu
one.
Chang. I don't
No
know, whatever. It's a NetEase. Overly revealing female characters in Harmonious Chat Room. Game missions include fraud. Corrective action. Now we're getting into the good stuff.
Oh boy, here we go.
Overwatch.
Loot boxes.
Game visuals promote incorrect values. In Harmonious Chat Room. Corrective action.
I don't know what that. Okay. I also hate generic shit like this. I see it in times when there's like certain regs that come out. Maybe I'm like reading stuff at work or whatever, and it's like, this isn't allowed. And I'm like, that doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep going until somebody specifically comes to me and says no.
The game visuals promote incorrect values, I'm going to assume, is the whole idea of like the art style kind of is like overly perfect almost, maybe? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
All right.
What do you say about Zarya?
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
She's thick.
Diablo. In Harmonious Chat. Game missions include fraud. Corrective action.
Okay.
World of Warcraft. Overly revealing female characters in Harmonious Chat Room. Corrective action. Westward Journey. Overly revealing overly revealing female characters in Harmonious Chat Room. Distorted concepts of history and culture. Corrective action.
I just love also that they have distorted concepts of history when it's like everybody else believes the same history there, you fucking Nazis. Sorry, communists.
They're all the same. Not really, but they're, equally
You
bad.
get what we're saying.
Code Eva. Rewards given based on rank. Distorted concepts of history and culture. Corrective action. The League of Mer 3. In Harmonious Chat Room. Corrective action.
Some of these are probably China-specific games as it is, because I have
They
no
are.
idea what they are.
Swords of Legends Online. In Harmonious Chat Room. Corrective action. Now we get into the banhammers. Player Unknown's Battleground. Blood and gore. Prohibited.
China #1. That's just a pub. You play the fucking lobby. All you hear is China #1. It's all you hear the entire time.
All right, I'm going to speed these up a little bit. Fortnite. Blood and gore. Vulgar content. Prohibited. H1Z1. Blood and gore. Vulgar content. Prohibited. Alliance of Valiant Arms. Blood and gore. Vulgar content. Prohibited. Ring of Elysium. Blood and gore. Vulgar content.
That's
Prohibited.
That's a 10/10 game too.
There was a couple that I didn't meant. There's a few on here.
Those are
a
just
few other ones.
Yeah, that's just the one that I immediately noticed.
Paladins. Overly revealing female characters. Blood and gore. Vulgar content. Prohibited. Free Fire Battlegrounds. All right, the next three I don't recognize. Free Fire Battlegrounds and Knives Out. They had the same issues. Female characters, blood and gore, vulgar content. Obviously prohibited. And then Quantum Matrix, blood and gore, vulgar content, and Harmonious Chat. Prohibited. Several titles are currently still playable in China, including Fortnite and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so thoughts, comments, concerns?
China, man.
China, man.
That's all I got. China, man.
Yeah, it's China. I don't know.
I say it sucks for China. After that, I don't have anything. I mean,
Every time
I don't want to comment on their culture and get taken down.
I know
Be attacked.
every time like I hear something new from China, it's like, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know if you ever watched. So George Lucas's first movie is called THX 1138.
I do know that. I've never watched it though.
Yeah, it's everything. Like I see a bunch of things happening in the news, stuff from China, stuff like that. I'm like, oh fuck, that's what's gonna end up happening. It's interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting indeed. And here's the last one to wrap it all out. Phil Spencer is slowly but surely making Xbox's intentions known as far as their future of gaming. At a conference in San Fran, he said, quote, "So we built Xbox Game Pass. It started on console. It will come to PC, though it's kind of already there if you use the Play Anywhere feature. And eventually it will come to every device." Interesting what you mean there. We use the flywheel that we... Wait, hold on. We use the flywheel that we have with customers on an Xbox to start the growth in Xbox Game Pass. But as somebody sitting back and taking a longer-term view of where our business is going, you should look at that as a business model that we think scales to billions of people, not hundreds of millions of people, like retail does. End quote. The race to cloud gaming is happening faster than Matt Surway expected.
Would have expected.
Both sentences are true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not horribly surprised. We've basically had that confirmed from what Ubisoft has said, what Epic is now doing, and yada yada yada. So,
just more proof.
I think it's funny that he takes the sheer shot immediately at retail.
Yeah,
which is also passively what Epic and them are doing, but he took a direct shot at them. So,
yeah,
not that he's saying anything that isn't like obvious. It's completely true. It's just funny to hear Phil say it, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe the same thing like if Reggie or Sean Layden came out and they're like, retail sucks. They're not going to do that.
Speaking of that, Reggie, we didn't throw it in there, but Reggie said that the NES Classic and SNES Classic are being discontinued from production, and it's expected to be permanent, and that he confirmed that they're transitioning to digital.
The good old Reggie Fils-Aimé bait and switch.
Yeah. You
want this shiny thing, and it's gone. We
go buy a Switch.
It's gone digital. You go buy a Switch, you pay me $20 a year, I give you a game.
$20 a year until we up that, because we will.
Yeah. What's that? They do $60 a year? All right, we'll go to 30 for now. We'll get there. Next year, we're going 40. Yeah. Have they noticed yet? Go to 55. We're still lower, but we're close. So we still look like a better option.
We stay at 55.
What are they at? They're $59.99. Go to $59.95. It'll really fuck with them in the stores. 4 cents, man, means everything. They dropped to 95. Go to 89. I will play a penny game until I die.
So I work in retail, obviously.
I always love that we preface every conversation with that.
I know. I just want to make sure people know, because
there's always new listeners every week, man. We're growing exponentially out here because people are spreading the word, the gospel of Gamers 2. They're telling people to listen to us because we are Video Game Jesus, even though pretty much at this point Epic is Video Game Jesus.
Dude, you're putting us on a pedestal right now.
I've always been on a pedestal. I'm egotistical, you know that.
That's true. It's very true. Anyways.
I just don't have the hair.
A common theme, you could. A common theme.
I could also just tell people to eat me.
You'd probably like that. A common theme is that...
That's what he did.
A lot of people are complaining about the fact that Nintendo never puts anything on sale. And I find it enjoyable that people are noticing, but like the average consumer.
Do. Maybe not in store, but that marketplace has been fucking selling sales constantly.
Yes. Okay, so ignoring Nintendo's own marketplace, like in a store, they don't ever put things on sale.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. It's rare when they do.
Yeah.
And it's usually Black Friday.
Yeah. So.
Or holiday time only. But anyway, yeah. That's it for the end of this week. Not to be egotistical, but you should share this around. You should give us to other people. Put us in their ear holes.
I do like ear holes.
Matt has a thing. Matt has a thing for ear holes. And if somebody would just take that clip of this audio where Matt said that and just send it to me, I'm going to use it for some stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be entertaining to put that in like the recorder box in a Christmas card, like when you open it. I do like ear holes. It'd be like a guy from Tom whatever from Motel 6. Keep the light on for you.
We'll always leave the light on for you.
Yeah, I like ear holes. The same thing. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Remember, 2 weeks. There might be 3 episodes or maybe just 2. I'm not sure yet. Because we'll have a general chat for the end of the month, which will be the general chat for the end of the year at the same time. We'll have our game of the year discussions, whether or not we do a top 10 or we just do a single game of the year and just bullshit about that one. And then maybe we'll still do a regular podcast, or maybe the regular podcast will just become the game of the year one, because I can't imagine there will be much news to actually get through. Or we'll just blitz news real quick and then go into game of the year. But that's all happening 2 weeks from now. That's post-Christmas. You'll still get one from us next week that you can hear while you're traveling to families' houses to either begrudgingly spend time with your family, depending on how your family situation is, or enjoy it. Or just sit with your family and put headphones in and listen to us. It's one of the, whatever you want to do. Otherwise, we will see you on the fields of battle.
I mean, if it's Battlefield 5, I'll be dead. But
you can see Matt's corpse and try to revive it on the fields of battle on PS4. Bye-bye.